welcome back to a new reading vlog. I'm just gonna read some books. But yeah, I'm gonna try to continue on with And Finished I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jenette McCurdy. I have like, I want to say 49, 50-ish pages left of that one. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna try to read now right before bed. And yeah. Hi, so I'm like exhaustion incarnated because I didn't fall asleep last night, so all habits die hard, I suppose, because I was basically on insomniac for like 10 years and I didn't fall asleep. I don't like it. I need my sleep these days. I'm not built for this life anymore. Anyways, I started working at 6 a.m. and that was great. But I ended up finishing I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jenette McCurdy, which is a book I started like last week. And I really find it a good read. Like you mentioned in my previous vlog, this is about Jenette McCurdy. She was on the Nickelodeon show called iCarly as a teenager, and basically this is her sort of memoir from her starting her acting career at age 6 and how her mother basically used and abused her and how she came to be anorexic and then later on bulimic, and how she's been working through all of these sort of revelations about herself and trying to get through everything. And this was such a quick read. I basically listened to the audiobook for like the majority of it, and then the last like 100-ish, 150, I don't know, pages I read on my e-reader. But yeah, it's a very dark sort of book to read. It could definitely be triggering for people that have been sexually abused or having eating disorders or something and stuff like that. It's definitely very graphic on the bulimic part, I have to say. That was hard to read. But yeah, it was very well done. She has very clear memories of what happened and how it went down and stuff like that. And she's just been through so much, and it's basically just her telling about her struggles, and the fact that she made it through it all is just freaking impressive, honestly. And yeah, it was a really good read, and I ended up giving it like, I haven't really decided, but like 4.5 or 5 stars. It's always hard to rate a memoir because it's someone's personal experiences. This is like real events, stuff that has happened. But yeah, I just feel like the book deserves it because it's just well written and just definitely like makes you think about the child actors of today and what they go through just to work. Some of them probably just like Jenette, like sort of pushed into the industry by their parents to make money. But yeah, I ended up finishing that book on my way to work this morning. So she was like 5:50 in the morning and I finished the book. Never felt so accomplished so early in a day. But yeah, I finished it and it was a really good read. And I also brought another book with me to work because I figured I'd probably finish the book on my way there. So I'm currently reading Daughter of the Deep by Riordan. I'm like 14 pages into it. I started reading it while waiting on the bus on the way home. So this is basically sort of Rick Riordan's take on 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea by Jules Verne. Because the main character Anna and her brother Dev are sort of descendants to Captain Nemo, which is a character in Jules Verne's novel. This is basically about an academy where there's 4 different houses which are kind of specialized in different things. And, you know, it involves water, ocean, fishes, you know, that kind of jazz. And I haven't gotten very far. We know that something happened to Anna and her brother's parents 2 years ago. We don't know what, we don't know how, we don't really know anything except that they seem to be gone. But yeah, that's basically all I know. So far, we've only read through Anna's perspective, but like I said, I'm 14 pages in, so that might change. It has been a really quick read so far. I am enjoying what I know of Anna, and I really like Anna and Dev's like sort of relationship. They seem very like supportive, but at the same time kind of bantery kind of relationship. And also they're sort of friends with a dolphin called Socrates, and that's just awesome. So Anna and her friends are supposed to go sort of this weekend kind of, I don't want to call it a challenge, but it's sort of like kind of what it is. I mean, it's some sort of examination. They're supposed to be on a boat for the weekend and do gods know what, I don't know, but they're currently like preparing for that. So I think it will be really, really interesting. So yeah, but it's Riordan. I know I love his books, even though this is the first book of his that I've read that is not about mythology, which is also something I like. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading this one, continue on with this one, because I do really love 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. So yeah. I'm sorry for the terrible lighting, but I can't be bothered to go up and turn on the radio lights on. On page 104 in Daughter of the Deep, it's actually very eventful. A lot of shit has happened, a lot of action, a lot of like connections to the original Jules Verne novel, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and I'm really enjoying the characters and the plot twists and stuff like that. And now they have like a goal in mind. And also Anne has found out that she's a descendant of Captain Nemo from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, which is not a spoiler because it says so on the back. But yeah, it's a very quick read so far. I love Rick Riordan's writing as always, and I'm really looking forward to seeing where this is headed, honestly. And yeah, I'll try to give some more conclusive thoughts tomorrow, but yeah, I'm really, really enjoying it. And she's like 12 a.m, so I'm gonna try to read some before I fall asleep. So it's Sunday evening, just like 9:50 p.m. or something like that, and I have 31 pages left in Daughter of the Deep, and it's definitely a very quick read. I like Anna, the main character, and also all of the other classmates she brings along for this sort of unsuspected journey. There's a lot happening right from the get-go in like the first few chapters, and we only do end up reading from Anna's perspective, but I don't really mind. I feel like we get a lot out of that, and it's fun to see all the connections to Jules Verne's original novel, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. There's definitely some twists and turns I was not prepared for, and I feel like there's so much more to know, and I feel like we're not going to find that out in like 31 pages. So I'm hoping there will be a sequel, but like I said, I did hear somewhere it's just going to be the one, but that doesn't feel very Rick Riordan because he usually likes to write series. So we'll see, but yeah, I'm really enjoying it, and I'm going to try to finish this one. I just have to take care of some laundry first, and finish the one, and then I'm going to start reading I Must Betray You by Rhys Pettis, which I've been wanting to read for a while now. So this is basically about communist Romania in 1989, and I'll tell you more in next week's vlog. Hi, so I thought it was time to wrap up this vlog since it's Monday now, and yeah, in this one I ended up finishing off I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jenette McCurdy. I ended up reading like the last 50 pages or so, 40 maybe, and it was such a quick read. It's definitely very dark, with McCurdy telling her experiences of being abused by her mother and her struggles with anorexia and bulimia, and her sort of child actor career that she was basically forced into as a 6-year-old, and everything she had to go through with psychologists and stuff like that, just to try to work through all of these issues that came because of her mother. And it was a really good read, really quick, and yeah, I ended up giving it 5 out of 5 stars, even though I find it really, really hard to give stars to a memoir. But yes. And then I also ended up reading Daughter of the Deep by Riordan, and as far as I can tell, this is still a standalone. But yeah, this was a very quick read. It's definitely interesting to read something by Riordan that is not evolved around mythology, but it's evolved around 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea by Jules Verne, which is basically the same thing, because I love that book. But yeah, I really liked Anna as a character. She was very like smart and took initiative. She could definitely think on her feet, and I liked her relationship with her friends, and there was definitely some twists and turns that you didn't really see coming, so that was really fun. And yeah, I ended up giving it 4.5 out of 5 stars. And then I also ended up starting I Must Betray You by Riordan, which is one of my favorite authors. And this is her latest book, and this is basically about Romania in 1989, and it's basically about the communist regime. And we meet Christian, and he is basically, you could say, he's blackmailed into being a spy and spying on this American family for the government. So yeah, I only ended up reading 14 pages in this one, so I didn't get very far, but I am really enjoying it so far. So yeah, that was all of it that I read in this sort of half-week kind of vlog, since I started on a Wednesday. But yeah, I did do some really good reading though, so I'm really happy with the books.